This is the reason why people went for evangelism and they did not win any soul. Or even though if people accept Christ through them, the person will not last and the person will go back to what he or she is doing before. This is one of the reasons. One of the reasons is this. Don't go to evangelism if you are not a born again. If you are not a born again, don't go to evangelism. Because you cannot preach what you don't know. You cannot preach what you are not. You cannot preach what you have not become. So never you go to evangelism if you are not a born again. If you are not a child of God, don't go to evangelism. Just because you are going to church, you think you can go to evangelism and preach to people. No. You go to evangelism because you have received Christ and become like Christ. Then you are preaching Christ so that people will accept him as you accept him. That is why you went for evangelism. So if you don't know the scripture and understand the scripture and the scripture lives in you, I don't know how you are going to impact that scripture to another person. Because you first become. When you become, now you can now give out. You can't give out what you have not become. So when you read your scripture and the scripture is in you and you are living the scripture, that is when you can give it out to another person. But if you are not living the scripture and you don't know the scripture, you only quote the scripture because you know verses and chapters, you cannot impact life. You cannot win a soul. Even if anybody was convinced by what you say, the person will not last because there is no spirit backing it up. So what I am saying is this. If you know you are not a true child of God, don't go to evangelism. Don't preach to people because you are not giving out what you are. You are not telling people to leave what you are doing, because the Bible says remove what is in your eye first before you remove others. The Bible says do not judge so that you will not be judged. What does it mean? It means don't tell somebody to leave what he is doing while you are doing it. Tell somebody to leave what he is doing just because you are not doing it. So you don't just tell people to leave what they are doing because you want them to believe that you are no more doing it. You tell them not to do it because you are no more doing it in real life, in every aspect. So never you go to evangelism if you know you have not become of Christ. You have not been an imitator of Christ. You have not received Christ and become like Christ. That is where you can now give out Christ. You cannot impact people. You cannot impact Christ in people's life if you have not received him. It's only them that receive him that becomes. So you are not a son of God if you have not received Christ. It's only when you receive Christ you become the son of God. So what am I saying in essence? Please and please, if you are not a born again, stop wasting your time by going to preach to people. So this is why I say that this is the reason why when you go to preach, when you go to evangelize, you win souls but they don't last. You win souls but they are not imparted. Why? Because there is no spirit backing it up. But when you know Christ and accept Christ, spirit will back you up in any angle, in any way you go. I hope you understand this video and this video made your day and this video bless you. If it bless you, share this video so that it can save soul, so that it can impact people, so that people will hear and learn. God bless you as you watch. I still remain Evangelist Wisdom. God bless you.